Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. Pretty girls walk.
Excuse me, what's your stud name?
Swamp.
And what's your real name?
Tiffany.
What's your stud name?
Tito.
And what's your real name?
Tiasia.
What's your stud name?
Snoop.
And what's your real name?
Tarnisha.
What's your stud name?
Key.
And what's your real name?
Kiara.
Kiara. What's your stud name?
JG.
And what's your real name?
Jazz.
Aww. What's your stud name?
Jay.
What's your real name?
John Nico.
What's your stud name?
K-Dot.
And what's your real name?
Kanisha.
What's your stud name?
Skilo.
And what's your real name?
Chantel.
Ayy. What's your stud name?
Dede.
What's your real name?
Deshaun.
Ayy.
So I'm gonna stop it right here before we get into some more clips, guys. And you see the title. I think I titled it "Studs are the most beautiful women on earth," things like that. Now this second squad, these were struggle studs, but I get it. These are the masculine looking, like real masculine looking ones. Unlike the first batch we saw that border that line. They like women, but they also, you could tell they like to get dolled up and get the compliments and like to look kind of feminine on the side too, right? And with these women, when they were little kids, obviously babies, they didn't expect their daughters to grow up to be studs, so they named them these names, and they try to switch it up to become more masculine. But as you notice, they all look the same, trying to be cosplaying as dudes with the lighter hanging from the keychain and all this stuff like that from the belt loop. But one thing I will say about studs, right? There are stud pookies, but a lot of them try to be hardworking. But these women, they're women at the end of the day. They are women. They still are super emotional. They still conduct themselves like women. And when they date other women, they learn the hard way. A lot of them, you can tell once they take all that stuff off and they try to look presentable, you're like, man, she's really pretty. Like you saw the first clip right there, right? That's why a lot of dudes is like, yo, I just have to test it out to see what's going on. And usually when these studs get drunk or under influence, they down for some D. Especially that first group, you can kind of tell. Now imagine throughout life, right? Let's run it back to like the 50s and the 40s. The 30s and the 40s. These women wouldn't have been dressed like this. They would have been wearing dresses with bonnets and frocks, all types of stuff, right? They would have been rocking like that, having kids because they had to and things like that. But a lot of these women are untouched, right? STDs aren't there like that. The womb hasn't been desecrated. They can easily get pregnant because they haven't had all these smortions like a lot of these other women have had. Or maybe they have had in the past. But you know, a lot of them switch up later on in life or find out they want to play around and figure out, hey, I'd rather be a stud. But typically when it's time to be feminine, they'll try to be feminine. I was having a conversation the other day. If the end of the world was to come about and it's supposed to be apocalyptic times, you would see a lot of studs switch back over to femmes real quick. Switch back over to feminine women wearing dresses and stuff like that real quick. It's only because the way the world is now, they're free to act like this. But if things went back where you really had to hunt and really had to put in that work to survive, these studs would turn back to women real quick, man. So shout out to these beautiful women who still try to look feminine, but still try to teeter that line or ride the fence as the first ones were, because they do. I mean, women like to get even if they are studs, they like to get compliments. Shout out to the les bros out there that like to hang with the homies. Fellas, you can always get you a les bro. She's still a woman. That's why y'all be like, why would you want to do that? You know, and I'm about to play some videos right here where women get into that, where they talk about dudes trying to shoot their shot at them and stuff like that. Hey, baby, still a woman. You're still a woman. Let's get back to these clips though. Let's go.
I ain't gonna lie, them factory is a different breed, bro. It's no way you trying to talk to me and I'm a whole still. Like, they do not give a fuck. Like, it don't even be the bitch. Like, every day I come into work, it's a new nigga telling me I look good as fuck. Like, bitch, I look good as fuck, but I'm whole ass stuff. Like, nigga, you don't see I'm walking like you, talking like you, acting like you. You know, I look better than you, but like, what's tea? And it's funny because it's like they know I'm a stud, and I tell these every day, like, I don't like, I like. Here they go, like, oh, you just ain't. Please get on if I go to labor. Y'all be so quick to yell studs ain't shit, but when you had that stud and you put her in her soft girl era, you played in her face. You wasted her time. You made her not want to love nobody else. So now that mother out here hurting everybody else, you wondering why, oh, all these studs so mean, or all these studs cheaters. No, you had a real one. You lost that mother because you played in their face. You traumatized that.
Before I play these next clips, didn't everything she just said, these past 2 clips with her talking, sound like a mental illness? Or maybe it's just me. That sounded like a straight up mental illness. Put a stud in her soft girl era? Like, what does that mean? That you're being a nice stud? Most studs are simps. So you're already in your soft girl era. As a simp, you're a woman. What are you talking about? As a stud, did you put on a dress and a wig? Is that what was going on? Studs be out here hurting. If you get your heart broken by a stud, how you get your heart broken by somebody who uses a plastic phallus, an artificial phallus? You know, how do you get your heart broken by a stud? And all you women be under. I know they're under her comments because y'all love a light skinned stud, right? Under the comments, and that's how I know how women really feel. These light skinned studs like her, y'all all up under the comment. Oh my goodness, da, 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 all this stuff like that. How is they out here breaking hearts? How are you breaking the? Yo, shout out to the Lebs bros, man. But we got some more commentary from some studs about them dealing with dudes and women. Let's get into it.
Why is it a problem if a stud is bisexual? I've been seeing this topic come up a lot. This is why being a stud is the most complicated personification in the gay community to be. There's so many rules that have no meaning. It's perfectly fine for everybody else to be bisexual. True, but don't let a stud who's a woman be bisexual. Crazy. It shouldn't matter how we dress. We shouldn't have to wear briefs to prove that we're masculine, and we shouldn't have to wear a dress to prove that we're feminine. I'm treated like a boy because of the way I dress. But I'm conveniently a woman when it's of sexual nature. Make it make sense. One day you want to fight us like a man, the next you want to kiss us like a woman because we still got titties under that shirt. Y'all are the ones confused, not us. I should be able to look, dress, like, and act however I want, and you respect me the way I want to be treated. I don't get it.
Let's just clear this up right now to get the confusion off the table. There's no such thing as a bisexual stud. I don't give a fuck what y'all got to say. I'm not finna argue. At the end of the day, a stud is supposed to be a lesbian. We don't even supposed to be attracted to men, right? We just dress like men, right? So why would you think it's okay for you to be liking men and you quote unquote in the lesbian community? And it's y'all motherfuckers out here putting in these heads that they can f with studs, that they even got a chance. And I don't get it. And don't get me wrong, I don't have a problem with nobody that's bisexual. But it's when y'all put the stud word in front of it, it don't make sense. That cancels it out. You can't be a stud and bisexual. Studs are under the lesbian category. Studs do not like men. Studs dress like men. I don't know what that motherfucker had going on thinking that she can be bisexual. You can be bisexual, but you're just bisexual to each his own. You're not a stud no more. You're just bisexual. You're a girl that just likes to dress like a boy. Simple.
Well, in her defense, all you are girls that just like to dress like boys. Like, the fact that the mental illness is alarming. Like, you had Candace Owens that was on Jason Lee's show, and they were talking about Rachel Dolezal, right? And how Rachel Dolezal was claiming that she was black even though she was white. And when Candace Owens said to her about a man that's claiming that, or vice versa, a man that's claiming that he's a woman, he didn't see any issue with that. He's like, but he said a white person claiming they're black is crazy, but a man claiming he's a woman isn't. So I just think it's all mental illness in my, just the fact that both of them broke it, that the first one made more sense sitting in the red car about that, but it's all cosplay and mental illness. So a stud is just a stud. You think that these dudes can mess with, because studs do be messing with dudes. What are you talking about? Like, you don't think studs think men are handsome? I've had studs tell me I'm handsome. You just think that, come on, man. Come on. I believe all women are bi-curious. I've said that over and over and over. Even studs are bi-curious because she's still a woman. You got tons of studs who say that they're hanging out with the homeboy, or they happen to be drinking or smoking or whatever have you, and one thing leads to another and the stud ends up pregnant. Studs get pregnant by dudes. Like, I don't know. Anyway, man, shout out to all the beautiful studs out there, the most beautiful women on earth. Comment below. Let me know what you think. Like, share, comment, and subscribe. Much blessings and abundance. Stick around for the next videos. It's going to pop up on the screen below. That's where I'm going to see you guys at. It's your favorite everything. This is Wisdom. I'm the best. Let's run it up to 1 million. Quit playing with me. Peace.